Alright, hey everybody. Line6 here. I just wanted to, first off, thank somebody here. I was struggling with the what you're about to see here for about 2 hours, and then I reached out and Twisted, as usual, getting back with the mega coolness and posting up a video on how to change a brunette to a blonde. And as she was doing it, totally brilliant, totally works, totally solved my problem, I just thought I'd show you a little something that I think would cut off a fair bit of the time. So what I'm going to do here is this. I'm working on an avatar right now for an old friend of mine who's a role player. And, of course, everything becomes very important when you're role-playing, particularly hair color, and she has described her mermaid as blonde. So as I was mucking about with this, I realized I was going to have to change the hair color. Now, to be clear, this is just a way to streamline the process from Twisted's video, so here we go. What I'm going to do here is, you see this layer here with the blue behind her hair, and her hair is all one layer. The dragon is another layer over it, and for the sake of argument, we'll take them out for the moment. And all we're going to do here is we're going to go back down to our layer here, and we're just going to select the hair. Okay? Don't have to go, well, I'm going to get a little closer in just for sake of argument, but not too much closer, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the layer. Okay, so now I've got a layer, and then I'm going to invert my selection. Most programs will hit Control, Shift, and I, and what that does is instead of having that little layer, that little area in there selected, it selects everything else. Then when I hit Delete, okay, you can see that all I'm left with is this bit of the hair. So, quick little time saver there. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to adjust hue and saturation colorize. Whoops. Hue and saturation colorize. And I am going to set my saturation value for 0 and turn her hair black and white. Fair enough, okay? The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer twice. I'm going to hide one, and I'm just going to keep one of these black and white layers for future use. The next thing we're going to do here is I'm actually going to grab this top layer. Now that I've got it in black and white, it'd be good if she was black haired and all, and then I could do what I needed to do at that point, but that's not going to do it. Blonde hair has obviously a bigger range of highlights and midtones. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead here and adjust brightness and contrast, and we're going to go into our curves. Now, what I'll do here when I'm into our curves is just set this for default, which is exactly the way we came in on it. With our curves, we'll set this for channel RGB, red, green, and blue. Just set a little dot here. And if you see what we're doing is we're just bringing out these midtones in the hair. Okay? That's going to be a rule. So really this is basically achieving the same thing that Twisted was talking about with painting the soft light layer on top of it. Okay? Now that we've got this, all we're going to have to do is go in here to our colorize function again and give it some saturation. Okay? And there we start to get what we're looking for. Obviously, we can keep going with that. Next thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and grab my, I'm going to duplicate this layer, okay? And I'm going to set all these yellows for dodge. Okay? Lower that a little bit. That'll bring them out. And if you take a look now, what we're talking about is definitely a hair color I can live with, particularly when we get this on underneath it. Now from here, all I'm going to go ahead and do is just start erasing. Okay, it's going to take a little while, absolutely, but totally worth it. And there you go. Just an alternative there on turning a blonde into a brunette into a blonde. You can tweak those colors any way you want. And there you have it. I'm just going to go up here just to illustrate the point a little bit. And again, everything needs to be erased 3 times, right? Because you got 3 layers going on. Okay. And there you have it. Anyways, thanks to Twisted on that one, because that wouldn't have happened otherwise. And I just want to offer that. Keep on trucking.